these elections are going to be disruptive because the people are tired of wokeism. You know what I mean? We're just tired of woketopia. We're tired of being told that we're horrible human beings because we want to live their lives. I've been shocked being across the pond, if you will, at the state of London, London being locked down into perpetuity. I think it's disappointing, especially with Boris Johnson is the prime minister, so you can hardly say, oh, well, this is because of the Labour Party or this, this or that. It's just, this is not what freedom is. And I think something that really speaks to how much the generations have changed, how much the Brits have changed, how much the Americans have changed, is the recent passing of Prince Philip and reading everything he lived through. And then you kind of fast forward to his grandson sitting down with Oprah complaining about how difficult it's been to be a multimillionaire. And that really is the story of how much the generations have shifted in the wrong direction. And so we need to bring it back. And we bring it back by providing honest assessments, and perspective is my favorite word. And I'm always comparing myself against my grandfather whenever I feel like I might want to complain about something. I think about the fact that my grandfather was a sharecropper who wasn't allowed to go to school, who had his first job in a segregated South, laying out tobacco to dry when he was 5. And I think that right now, conservatism is desperately needed across the country, the perspective that conservatism brings.
Yeah, it's so powerful you say that. And, I've been having flashbacks to my grandparents recently. And I remember I was in Phoenix, Arizona, and my grandma drove by a field with me about 8, 10 years ago. And she said, you see that field? Your grandpa pulled stumps out of the ground for 2 years
Mm.
before he could plant the cotton. And, I don't think I complained about anything for a year after she said that. And so
Mm.
it's always important to see your grandparents' perspective. And the thing I love about Britain, probably what you love about it, is that indomitable spirit that it just kind
Mm.
of, the history of this country and everything they went through. And like you said, with Prince Philip, and you just look at his whole life and you're like, oh, wow, he was on a warship in Italy. He was doing all these things. And
I mean, the boys, even the boys at Dunkirk. I mean, it's really a
yeah,
sad state. And now you've got people that think they're being personally attacked if they see someone not wearing a mask. I mean, it's
yeah.
just pathetic. It's gotten to the point where it's pathetic. And I see these images of wear a mask, you save lives, and do all of this stuff. And it's like these people think they're courageous because they're staying locked in their homes, and they're masking themselves and not seeing their grandparents, who, by the way, if you actually spoke to those grandparents, none of them are asking for you to lock yourselves at home. Certainly not my grandfather.